Look, today and starting for the rest of your life, for the rest of your existence in this universe as a man, as a trendsetter, as a leader, whatever you consider yourself, we need to break the social norm. We need to kick down those doors and break the social norm. A lot of us live life based on society's values of our life, meaning that as a man, we believe that we have to go to college and get a bachelor's, get a master's, get a doctor's degree just to make money. We believe that we have to live life a certain way that's constructed, or that society constructed for us. Um, think about how you were as a kid. Think about that creative side that you used to have as a kid. You weren't in the house all day playing video games. You weren't in the house all day, at least my generation wasn't. We wasn't in the house all day playing video games. We wasn't in the house all day just laying down, just watching TV. Man, we would go outside, we would explore. I remember, being in my grandma's backyard, and it had just rained. So she had dirt in her backyard. She had a portion that was concrete, and then the rest was dirt. So it just finished raining. So the rain turned the dirt into mud. So what we did was we ended up creating like a BMX track. We grabbed a shovel. We basically made a whole crash course for BMX bikes in the backyard. And I say this to say that was just the creative mind of us, back then. It wasn't anything special. It wasn't anything like that we planned to do or we thought about it. We wanted to do something fun. And fun for us back then was creating games, creating memories, creating just, things that we like to do. The reason I'm explaining all this to you guys and using this story is because if you really sit back and think about your life today, how many of you guys actually do something creative, something that you actually really want to do within your daily life? I'm not talking about playing the game. I'm not talking about watching TV. I'm talking about something creative. Like, for example, let's say you go to the gym. You don't have to go to a gym to work out. You can go run a hill. You can go run in the grass. You can go do pull-ups on a tree branch, like a big tree branch. You can create creative ways to work out and fulfill yourself and fulfill, that kid part that's still inside of you. We kind of live life on autopilot now, where we think like, oh, we're too old to have fun, to play. But the truth is, we should have more fun. We should play. We should just stop going to the gym all the time and, mix up our workouts. Instead of running on the treadmill today, let's go out and run the block. Let's go out and run down the street. Let's go run a track. Let's go get in real nature and go outside. And it's the same with your job. As men, we tend to work the jobs that society tells us we should work: construction, police officers, firefighters, all these different things. But what if that job isn't aligned with what's in here, or aligned with what's in here in your heart? What if you like to draw? What if you like to create? What if you like to make videos, photography, rapping, singing, playing an instrument, rollerblading, skateboarding, all these different things where you can be creative, where you can create your own personality or show your personality within these activities. These are things we should start thinking about in the future, and that we should start factoring in. We factor our life with money, and we base our life's success and failure off of how much money we have, how much money we could potentially make, how much money we want to make. But a lot of times that money, once we get it, we end up in a position where we're not even happy. where we don't even want to, be working at that job. We don't like our coworkers. We don't like what we have to do, our job title, all of these different things. We're depressed. We have anxiety. All these things are created because only thing we care about is just money. We never think about, hey, let me focus on what I actually like to do. A lot of times, if you focus on what you're passionate on or what you really can be creative with and show your personality through, you can turn that into a job. I'm not saying you're going to be rich, but I guarantee you could turn it into some money to where you're making decent money, good money. You could be rich. You could be, it could be anywhere in between. And I guarantee you'll feel way better and have a better life mentally, physically. Who wants to do something that they don't love? Everybody would want to do something that they love. I mean, including me. This is why, I'm making these videos. For me, it took a long time to try to figure out, what I liked, what I didn't like. I've been doing YouTube for a minute, and I found myself just constantly doing YouTube initially, just trying to make money and just trying to build a fan base and find any viral way to do that. And that led to me burning out. That led to me really not wanting to do videos. That led to me taking a break from YouTube for 4 or 5 years, where I really need to, during that time, I had to really figure out, what do I want to do with YouTube? I know I want to do YouTube. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what flows. I don't know what I'm passionate about. I mean, that could be you guys. Now I'm doing something that I'm passionate about. I'm talking to you guys. I'm giving advice. Even if everybody doesn't like my advice or you don't want to hear it, it's not about that. I don't do this for everyone to like it or everybody to need it or want it. This is for just the far and the few that, need my advice in similar situations and can relate. I'm here to try to lend a helping hand and just provide some insight and tell you guys that, I'm in the same boat and a lot of other men are too. So that's one thing I want you guys to start thinking about, is finding your creative side, finding what you really like to do. Do you like to play basketball? Do you like to play football? Do you like to build? Do you like to create? Do you like to make songs, music, poetry, writing? All these things can bring you money and can bring you happiness and joy and just can bring you more fulfillment than just working and living your life on autopilot like society tells you to. I firmly believe that if we break out the shackles of the norm, we will be more successful in life as men. A lot, like I've said this in previous videos, I believe that people that are rich, the celebrities, I believe that they laugh at us. We have a tendency to, be in this box and look at them on social media and judge them for everything they do, judge them for every mistake, judge them for dressing funny, for rapping funny, for acting funny, for looking funny, whatever society may deem funny or weird or whatever you want to call it. But the reason they're winning is not because they're rich and they have money. The reason they're winning is because they get to live their life every day with self-fulfillment, and they get to live with their own purpose. They don't have a boss. And even the ones that do have a boss, they're in such a good space, a good job, a good company, or a good business to where the boss understands this and he's allowing them to be free. I mean, in my opinion, that's the most beautiful thing about being creative and working on something you're passionate about, is you can be free. You can be free from the constraints of society, the social norm. You can be free from the 9 to 5. You can create your own work schedule. You can be independent. You can make your own money. You can be your own boss. And also you can have mental clarity. You can have physical clarity. You can help clear up that anxiety that may happen every time you go and you have to go to work for a job that you really don't want to do, a job you're really not excited about, and seeing people you really don't like. That's just some food for thought, something that was on my mind today and that I wanted to share, because that's definitely something I'm working on and working towards. If this is something that, you're dealing with similarly, feel free to comment and let me know your experience. And also let me know what topics you guys are interested in The goal is to make videos daily. I appreciate the support. It's your boy J3, and I'm out.